The meeting of the Park Board of the City of Connersville, Indiana is now in session. If you please turn off your cell phones, we'll go ahead and start the meeting with roll call.
You want me to do it? Vane?
Here.
Sharon?
Here.
Jeff Cooley?
Here.
Scott Kiefaber? Ann Kirshner?
Okay, we have a quorum, so we'll go ahead with the meeting. You have the minutes of March 23rd. Is there any additions or corrections to that?
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes of the last meeting.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the minutes of March 23rd. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, we'll go on down to new business. On the first thing on the business is a horse barn rental. So, is there any discussion on this or anything?
Yeah, we have a new renter, Isabel Merkt. She is buying a horse from a current renter. And since we had passed back last spring that new renters need to attend a board meeting. So I would just suggest that we go ahead and accept her application pending her attending the May board meeting. That way we stay in line with what we had said previously. But just because of the virus and everything going on, she couldn't come today.
Sounds good.
But I can get in touch with her and ask her to attend in May.
Do we need a motion or just say everybody agree?
We could probably
think
just
we need a
agree to
motion.
it since we're not officially approving it, maybe.
Okay, if that's what. So you got a motion and we'll approve it right as is right now?
Yeah, pending her attendance in May. That way we stay, you know, right with what we had proposed.
Okay, we'll go ahead and accept that, and she'll have to appear in the May meeting to get it approved officially. Does that sound good, Catherine?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we'll wait on the May meeting for that one. Now we'll go on down to item B in new business, superintendent's report.
Well, I didn't have my page turned to the right one. Sorry. Really, I'm trying to find well, you have it in your packet there. Here we go. Revenue, $16,976.43, and expenditures of $62,708.05. We have, as you guys already know, had to cancel all our field sports and spring soccer. All of those refunds will be mailed out tomorrow after they're approved tonight by you guys. So everyone who had paid a registration fee will receive it back. Where we stand right now is all events have been canceled through May 4th in all of our buildings. I do not know right now if that date is going to hold or be extended. I talk with Mayor Frank at least once a week just to touch base. We are trying to follow what Governor Holcomb recommends. But as you guys know, he's not going to give an update on what phase 1 is until Friday afternoon. So we're really just waiting and seeing what he says. So we're planning on, you know, starting to do things as soon as the governor says that we're allowed to. So as of now, all our courts are still closed. All our playgrounds are still closed. We do not know about the pool yet. No decision has been made. And no decision has officially been made about summer camp. So we are just trying to wait and see what the state recommends, and we will follow those guidelines.
Okay, Catherine, I know I eat over at the park about every night, sitting in the car.
Mm-hmm.
And since they've taken the yellow ribbon down, there's people going on the courts now and the playgrounds.
Well, I
So I
asked
don't know.
the guys to take that down because it had gotten so torn up in the storms. It was just like, it looked horrible. So we can put some new tape around the playgrounds and stuff. There are still signs up that say do not get on the equipment. But
Yeah.
the caution tape was just billowing in the breeze and it looked terrible.
Yes, I understand, but I watch people, I mean, there's signs everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
but I guess they're not reading them. Okay.
Yeah, and the caution tape, it may or may not stop people too. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's called ignoring, just like the sign that says keep off the grass.
I like the grass.
Okay, so is that all your report?
Yeah, unless you guys have other questions, we're just really in a holding pattern right now.
Okay, well, let's go on then down to item 4, old business, your work list.
Yeah, the work list is we're just mowing and running the trash. I have not brought on any seasonal staff because of COVID-19. They are supposed to, the maintenance seasonal is supposed to start on Monday. But again, we are pending what the governor says Friday. So right now we are just working on keeping the grass mowed and the trash done, because with 3 people, that's a lot to keep up with,
Yeah.
because we also have the trail, the fountain, and now River's Edge as well. So the work list isn't very exciting.
Yes, it sounds like you're busy.
Yeah, the guys are doing a great job.
Well, and returning all the fees too, for the sports fees.
Yes, Eric has done a wonderful job.
Big job.
Okay, let's go on down to item 5, miscellaneous business. Has any board member got anything to say or anything? Oh, hey, Scott, I see you.
Oh, I finally got it.
Yes, we're all on a holding pattern with everything we're doing.
Yeah, basically.
We're having, the Art Association is having a virtual exhibit, probably in the next week or so. That will be on Facebook.
That's cool.
So yeah, so if you get a chance to look at it, because it's a member show. So since we had to cancel so far 2 of our exhibits, so we decided to, since everybody's at home, let them put their art online. So please look at it and like it so that we know that people are looking at it.
Yeah, and we're not out of sync with any of the other parks. Their IPRA has been having webinars multiple times a week, and we're just in the same boat as everyone else. I do know that Anderson, I talked with their superintendent earlier today, and I do know that they have gone ahead and closed their pool and closed their day camp, and they are closed actually through September, she said.
Wow.
Yeah, but everyone else I have talked to or listened to on one of these webinars, they are just doing what we're doing. We're just trying to hold on as long as we can before canceling things. But at some point you have to, like with baseball and soccer, we had to make a choice. So
Did you get much flow back from canceling baseball and soccer? Did most
No,
people understand?
the public's been really nice. I think everybody just understands that who could have predicted this, you know? I mean, everyone has been very understanding. I think there's a lot of disappointment, which I think everybody's just disappointed. I mean, this summer is not going the way we all wanted it to go, and everyone looks forward to their kids playing spring sports, and it was very hard to not be able to offer that. But again, I mean, even if May 4th everybody could come back to work, you know, it just didn't feel very responsible to say, okay, well, we've just come out of a 6-week quarantine, and now we want everyone to gather in these large groups. It just, nothing about it felt right.
No, it doesn't make sense.
One of the things I saw in the minutes was, or in the records, I don't know where it was the pool parties income. There have been some pool parties this year that were those paid for, or were those prepayments for later?
Pool parties, you have to put a deposit down. So again, we haven't made any official decisions about the pool parties. That will come when we figure out what we're going to do with the pool. But that decision will have to get made pretty soon. I mean, because there again, if we delay opening the pool very long, do we want to have just, you know, an 8-week season? Or so
Is that going to really truly affect revenue for the park if we only had to do an 8-week season?
yeah, it's just so hard to say. I was telling Chad earlier today, I said, I don't know if when these restrictions get lifted, if everyone's just going to come out of their house and want to come and do things, or if everybody's going to stay home. So our revenue could be way down just because people could not come. Even if we open, people could just choose to not come.
But is
So
that
I would anticipate our revenue being much lower this year than even if we do open.
yeah? But is that going to affect us in the aspect of truly opening the pool or not opening the pool? I mean, it's a money losing entity for the park anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, we basically it's something
It's a
there,
service.
right? It's strictly service. So I mean, would it hurt to go ahead and open for that 8 weeks, even though we know it's not necessarily going to be that bad or that good?
Yeah, that's something I would have to go over with Rosemary to make sure that we would have the funding to pay the staff. Because, you know, our entire budget is taking a hit. So if we, you know, we would have to make sure that the money was there to pay the staff, because even like with the pool, you have to have so many lifeguards for your capacity. So it's not like we could just hire less lifeguards. You know what I mean? I mean, if you can hold this many people, you still have to have 10 lifeguards on duty that shift. Does that make sense?
Right.
So it's something where if the pool, you know, if we go ahead and open the pool, I'll really have to go over those numbers with Rosemary to make sure that we can pay the number of people that we need, or lower our capacity from 400 to whatever number makes sense.
Catherine, have you purchased the chemicals yet?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay.
I had actually put the order in right before this happened.
I assume you're holding off.
Yeah, I said just hold on that $6,000 bill for a little while. Yeah, so they're just holding it.
Okay.
I mean,
Good.
Deere has so many. I'm sure they have a lot of orders on hold. Yeah, we had just we had just filled out the form for the early buy. So luckily, I guess luckily, we
Yeah.
hadn't,
Yeah,
we
I
hadn't
would say luckily.
delivered. Yeah. So,
Hey, Catherine, is this something that maybe you would want to talk to the health department and see what they advise as far as putting in, letting people come in, see what their recommendations are? That might be able to help us out a lot.
we spoke with Matt Shirk last week through email. The CDC is not, there's no statement yet from the CDC that says pools should not open. So Matt's response was very much the same as that. It was, right now, there is no health regulation that says don't open your pool. It's this social distancing and the shelter in place is what we're waiting to hear about. IPRA had a webinar just about aquatics last week, I think it was. And people were coming up with all kinds of different ideas, from allowing people to bring their own chair in so you didn't have to have your lounge chairs out, to reducing your capacity, only letting a certain number of people in at a time so social distance could be better maintained. Several parks were purchasing bleach guns so they could just basically like a squirt gun, because the bleach and the chlorine, it does kill the virus. So they were going to have these chlorine guns, and then they could just squirt and spray things down, which would save a lot of time. But yeah, there's a lot of questions surrounding the pool,
Would
but
seem you could
nothing
just-
from the health department that says no as of right now that I know of.
It would seem you could just use pool water with the chlorine in it instead of having to buy extra chemicals.
Yep, you just use your chlorine, which is great.
Okay.
I mean, at least we know that and the CDC has confirmed that the chlorine, it kills. I mean, I'm sure COVID-19 and many other viruses. So.
Well, it sounds
Okay,
like
has anybody else got anything to say under miscellaneous? Oh,
I think Scott was saying something.
I was just saying,
Scott?
it's just gonna be a wait and see situation,
Yeah.
period.
I'm really hoping on Friday that there are, as everybody's hoping, some very clear directions as to what is phase one, what does that include? Is it a 100-person gathering? Is that okay? Is it a 50-person gathering? Just hoping for some clear direction.
Well, I think that's gonna be a
Okay.
long time coming before we get any good, clear direction just yet.
okay, anybody got anything else? If not, I'll go on down to claims and payroll. Is there a motion to pass claims and payroll?
So moved.
Move, we pass. I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to pass the claims. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All opposed? Better not. Okay, we'll go on down to public forum. Catherine, did you get anything from the public to mention tonight?
No, No.
Okay, has anybody else got anything to say? If not, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
I make that motion.
I'll second.
We got a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 All opposed? Adjourned.
Thanks, guys.